Hello everyone, Happy New Year 2025. So these are going to be the readings for January by sun sign for 2025. As always, if you want to find out how to get a personal reading, you can do that on my website, and the link to that is in the description box below. Hope you have a lovely month and a great 2025. Lots of love. See you in the readings. Capricorn, Happy New Year. This is your reading for January 2025. Let's see what they have to say for Capricorn. They show me the Hierophant in my head, which is about ordained relationships, very highly significant relationships. See what they've got to say about that. They just said marching to the altar. So it feels like they're saying fast track. It feels like you're on they say roller coaster. So you're moving into the new year, fast and furious, like changes are going to start happening in your life. New beginnings are coming, they're saying, for you. All change. So it's all change in terms of relationship. It's all change in terms of location, where you might be living, moving to. Everything this year, they're saying, is going to change for you. Work, possibly work changes, although not as strongly. I'm not getting it as strongly as I'm getting relationship changing. They've got something turning around for you in terms of relationship. They've got the Hierophant is turning around and he's looking backwards. And he's starting to speak. So it's like somebody's coming back from the past. Somebody's changed their mind, they're saying. Somebody's seeing a way forward. Serious conversation coming up. I feel it's in January. They're showing me like it's the Page of Swords, right? Underwater. Kind of. But you can see it's there, like the card is floating, like in a little stream. It could be a shallow, slow-moving amount of water. So it's not like a huge, torrential amount of water. It's a very approachable amount of water. So if you were going to cross a stream, you could pretty much do it in any kind of shoe or a barefoot. It's not like something where you need to put on waders. Or swim or take a boat or anything like that. So when they've got the Page of Swords underneath it, it's like information and news that's coming that's really close to the surface. That is, it's like a reveal, basically. Something being revealed. Like it could have been under there and it could have been a raging torrent of water going down and you wouldn't have noticed it was there. You wouldn't be able to see it. But maybe now the water is eased off, water being emotions. So like something that was a very emotional situation has kind of eased off. So there's less emotion involved. So people are feeling less, just, like when your emotions boil up and brew up and it starts to be like a babbling brook, and then it's like a torrent of like, a tsunami of feeling. A lot of displaced, they're saying, emotions. It's not easy to get something done, such as they've just said commitment. It's not easy to have a commitment made because the emotions are too volatile and it's restricting they said common decency, kind of rational and logic, in terms of an approach. So it's like the emotions have eased off, and an approach can be made, although there are still emotions involved, but it's not as volatile, it's not as, stressful. So we've got Six of Pentacles, somebody reaching out in the physical. Oh look, King of Swords, masculine, the mouth of the masculine, they just said. So talking, big time, mastery, manifested. Nine of Wands, wounded warrior. So the emotions, right, of the masculine still a little bit A little bit of a shake there going on, but nothing that is detrimental. So that's like the little bit of a water over the information or the communication. It's like it could become something torrential. Emotions can always brew up again. I guess this is like they've gone flat enough that something can occur from out of the blue, they're saying. So let's have a go here. Two of Cups, Twin Flames. Three of Wands, that's energetically on the horizon, being created through vibration. So you might notice it in yourself, Capricorn, that you feel somewhat subdued at the start of the year. Maybe your triggers are activating less than they have done in the past year and the year before that and the year before that. So it's like a smoothing down of your own reactions to your anything that would trigger you, feminine, who's watching this, basically, which is the equivalent to simmering down of, and again, it's another water analogy, right? 'Cause simmering is a pot of water boiling, it's bubbling away once it's boiled. So simmering under the surface, communication from the masculine. Queen of Cups, go with the flow, feminine, so she's water, right? It's like, just go with what you know. They're saying, hang on to what you know and just go with the flow. So it means that you don't erupt yourself in any kind of emotional reaction to anything that's going on, basically. And if you know that you're through that and that you are less triggered by your triggers or what has in the past triggered you, then accept that and don't allow yourself to rise to the bait, maybe. Because go with the flow. It's like there is emotion going on, but you are able to kind of just walk through it. It's like walking through water without getting rattled, basically. Without looking down at your hem going, oh God, my feet are soaked now, and look at my hem's covered in dirt and mud. It's like just let everything pass you by, and you can always observe your current dilemma, whatever that might be, but you don't always have to react to the dilemma in a way that is habitual, do you? And I feel like it's there. She's on top of the wounded warrior, so it's like, okay, so if the feminine is operating under that self-instruction, we're not saying with resistance. It's not like holding your breath, like, I hope I don't get triggered. It's more like just, okay, I know there's triggers out there. I know I'm going to walk through. Oh, they're just singing that song. Just sing that song. I think it's the we'll walk on with hope in your heart. That one, the West Ham song. Oh God, football analogy. Yeah, it's a West Ham song. Walk on, hope in your heart. So you just carry on despite the triggers, right? You see them coming up at the sides, in your side mirrors, in your side view. But you don't go towards them to get hold of them by the throat and bash them against the wall because you don't like them. That kind of thing, right? So it's like the feminine on top of the masculine with that. It's temperance, basically. It's temperance. It's like you can acknowledge things, but you don't have to let them irk you. King of Cups, right? So we've got the masculine triggers and that emotion, it's like down. He's down, or he is down, but not out for the count, they're saying. The feminine managing the triggers of the masculine, basically. When you're managing your triggers, a shared vibration, obviously you're managing their triggers as well. So just keeping it in a state of flow so movement can occur, because flow is movement. On the horizon, vibrationally, so that's going into the vibration that's shared. And then mastery for the masculine in terms of emotions. So we are saying here, self-soothing for the feminine is self-soothing for the masculine. So the feminine just saying to yourself, yeah, I know that's a trigger. I would normally jump at that and wrestle that to the ground to try and, subdue that trigger. I'm just gonna stand on, alone, separate from it, and agree with it that, yeah, you're a trigger, but you are not taking my energy from me. You're not taking my vibration from me. I will not give in to that urge to go out of my point of attraction and fight that trigger, which again is the Three of Wands, creating through vibration. For the masculine, their ability to reside in the heart, so happy in their emotional state, and therefore able to move from an emotional state in terms of the twin flame process and reach out and make connection in the physical, right? Through verbally coming along. Completion, Ten of Pentacles. So that's the end of the story, or the journey, if you like, in the physical. So whatever comes up in the physical, that's the end of it, basically, from all of this. Here, triggers. Five of Wands, which is a shit hitting the fan, right? Things kicking off, something going on, we're not, this is day-to-day existence. This is like the washing machine breaking down, right? Mid-cycle, that kind of thing. Time constraint, they're saying. When you rush through the day, and you don't remain in the moment, and you're like, I've got to get all this done, and I want to get it all done today, you're going to hit more triggers than if you say, right, I'm going to get whatever I can get done today, and I'm not going to stress about what I'm getting done, and I'm going to go with the flow. You will meet less triggers. When you're rushing something like, right, I've got to do 5 loads of laundry today, you're much more likely to hit upon something that is negative, because, as you're dragging one load out and the washing machine it's getting tangled, and you're heaving it along to the dryer or whatever, and you're like, oh my God, my arms hurt, and oh, I hate doing this laundry, and oh God, it's all tangled up again, and all this, right? That's when something's you get a trigger coming from the anger. So it's like management of triggers. Go with the flow. Go slowly, they're saying, feminine, and then you will complete your trajectory. Completion physically. Paying attention to every moment, right? You've got to pay attention to every moment and how you feel in every moment. So the masculine can ride through in a stable state emotionally. So why the water's slowing down is so that the communication can occur. So you're going to maybe be asked or forced or made to slow down by your guidance. Process, Hanged Man, so something's hanging in the balance underlying the Three of Wands. So that is whatever's coming along here, which they're saying here is completion in the physical through communication of the masculine. So as we start this year, this is what they're telling you, right? We have an open-ended discussion going on, right? However, the potential for this to happen starts now in January. We can only know where we get to at the end of January when we get to the end of January. But we can't rush forward to the end of January to say, is it definitely going to happen then? Because that would cause restriction, and therefore we're going to cause resistance, which is going to cause triggers, which is going to make things not happen. So we'll just say, look at what you've got here in terms of what they're saying. They're saying processes underneath, so it's an open-ended reading, to carry on through as that, no matter what happens in January regarding this. But you've got an eventuality here of completion. So I just feel it's quite a long energy they're giving me for this. It could be for the whole year. Maybe that's what we're doing here, actually. Well, I can only know when we get to February. We'll find out, right? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Lots of love. Take care. And we will see you in the next one.